If you consider adopting a rescue dog, you may wonder how to go about it. You can go to several places to adopt a dog, including animal shelters and rescue groups. Keep reading for tips and tricks on how to adopt a rescue dog. We'll go over where to find a good dog, how to find a good rescue group, and how to adopt a rescue dog. How to adopt a rescue dog. Bringing a new pet into your home is exciting, but you should also remember to keep calm. You'll need to set up boundaries and rules and establish a good relationship with your new dog. When you adopt a rescue dog, remember to remain calm and positive to prevent the puppy from feeling threatened. Remember to practice the 3-3 rule when introducing your new dog into your home. This will help ensure a positive transition for both you and your new dog. First of all, research the breed of the dog you're interested in adopting. Not every breed is suited for every family. Decide how large of a dog you're looking for, then study the different breeds of dogs. Consider their energy level and dominancy levels to determine if they'll be the right fit for you and your family. Taking a personality test is also a good idea. Make sure you're not adopting a dog purely out of sympathy. Rescue groups. If you are considering adopting a dog, you may wonder how to adopt a rescue dog. This process is not easy, and it takes time and love. Rescue dogs may have unwanted habits and may need a little training. Listed below are some tips that will help you adopt a rescue dog. They will make great pets and will make you happy as well. Just remember to keep these tips in mind. Once you have adopted a dog, it's important to make it as comfortable as possible. Many rescue groups and shelters require that you make an appointment to meet the animal. During the appointment, they will assess your home to ensure that you have the proper conditions for the pet. Some of these may include a fenced yard or screened windows. If you're interested in adopting a dog, you'll have to pay an adoption fee. The adoption fee will cover costs for the pet's medical care, spaying, neutering, insurance, and microchipping. Rescue dogs. If you're looking for a new pet, you may be wondering how to adopt rescue dogs. Fortunately, there are many options. These dogs come from a variety of backgrounds, including shelters, abandoned homes, and the streets. Although the process can be daunting, it's much easier than you think. Rescue organizations will guide you through the adoption process and provide tips on keeping your new dog safe. When you're considering adopting a rescue dog, make sure to visit the animal shelter several times before making the final decision. The adoption process is often stricter than that of a shelter. Fortunately, animal rescues are usually staffed by volunteers. However, you may be required to take your new pet home for several months after the adoption. And because these animals come from different backgrounds and temperaments, home visits may be required. If you're looking for a certain breed, you may not be able to find a dog at a shelter or rescue group in your area. But breed-specific rescue organizations are often open to adoption and are run by volunteers. These organizations are easy to find online and often have chapters in your area. The websites of these organizations can help you find a rescue dog that suits your lifestyle. They can also help answer your questions and help you find the best pet. Animal shelters. Most people choose to adopt a dog from a shelter or rescue because the process is easier. Before adopting from any shelter, however, you should know the different types of adoption procedures and how they are conducted. There is no single best shelter or rescue to adopt from. The process will vary depending on the facility and its staff. Below are some tips to consider before adopting from an animal shelter. Also, you should know that you will need to provide an interview fee and any other necessary documentation. Before adopting a dog from an animal shelter, you should ensure it is licensed in New York City. Dog license applications are available at adoption shelters, pet shops, veterinarians, and online at the NYC Department of Health and Mental Hygiene website. Depending on where you live, you might be able to get a dog license for a discounted rate. Remember that New York City law requires dogs to be licensed by the city. The license costs $8.50 annually and is required if you adopt a dog from a shelter. Newly adopted dog. After bringing your new pet home, you should take some time to get to know your new furry friend. It's best to take things slow when adopting a dog and avoid putting it in a stressful situation right away. A dog needs time to adjust to your household and learn about its new rules, so don't rush the process. Instead, let your new pet initiate contact, and refrain from patting or kissing it until it is comfortable with you. Your new pet may be antisocial during the introductory period, missing meals and exploring the new environment. If you've adopted a dog that has a history of behavior problems, you should consider getting help from a professional dog trainer. Sometimes rescue dogs backslide because they've been in a new home for too long. When this happens, make sure to correct the situation immediately. Aside from utilizing the 3 C's approach, there are several other dog adoption tips you can follow. New dog. Choosing a dog can be challenging, but the first week is essential in establishing routines and creating a new family dynamic. Here are some tips to help you make the most of your new pet. Puppy-proof your home. When adopting a puppy, make sure that your house and apartment are free of things your dog might chew on. Consider removing children's toys, household chemicals, and electrical wires. Make an appointment to take your new dog to the vet. Veterinary visits can be stressful for a new puppy or adult dog, but by preparing your new pet in advance, you can minimize the stress of this visit. While at the vet's office, check the puppy's paws and ears to ensure that everything is in good condition. If the vet finds any problems, give it a day or 2 to recover. Introduce the new dog to other family members and pets. A new dog may be tempted to meet family members and friends, but it may be better to introduce them gradually rather than letting them meet everyone at once. The new dog may also be shy, so make sure to allow it some quiet time before inviting friends. Make sure that children know how to approach the new dog. They should not pet or prod it. Similarly, if you bring a puppy home, ensure that they are not allowed to play with food or toys until they get used to their new environment. Shelter or rescue group. While many animal shelters offer a large selection of dogs, you'll need to find a local shelter or rescue group in order to adopt a dog. Most rescue organizations use similar adoption procedures, screening applicants, interviewing prospective adopters, and sometimes a home visit. However, remember that most rescue groups are volunteer-run and rely on donations and adoption fees to fund their work. Adoption fees do not always cover significant costs associated with rescue, including transportation to pick up animals, veterinary care, food, and training. Don't be intimidated by the process of adopting a dog. Most organizations are made up of volunteers, so you can trust the group's reputation. Look for signs of happiness and organization. Purchasing a puppy from a breeder does not hurt rescue dogs, and a recent study by the National Animal Interest Alliance concluded that fewer dogs were entering U.S. shelters than in previous years. Those numbers suggest that purebred dogs are becoming a rarer breed in shelters. Pet adoption. You've decided to adopt a rescue dog. Now what? Getting a new pet can be exciting and scary at the same time. While you'll likely want to keep the dog calm, it's important to establish a good relationship with your new friend. Here are some tips for adopting a rescue dog. After all, safety is the #1 priority. Remember always to keep a cool head, and give your new dog clear directions. Make sure to walk the dog's property before bringing him home. Check if the yard has any holes or other escape routes. Make sure any gates and fences are secure. A simple trick to keep the dog safe is to place your valuables out of reach. Your new dog will be much more likely to feel secure if you show it the house with calm energy. You can also give the dog a free behavior assessment, which will help you get to know each other better. Next, you should consider how much time you can devote to caring for the new pet. While small children can be responsible for some aspects of dog care, they are unlikely to be able to devote their entire day to caring for the new family member. Remember that walking, feeding, training, and playing with a new friend takes time. Fortunately, plenty of online resources help you find a suitable pet. Other pets. If you have no time to commit to fostering a rescue dog, consider adopting one from a shelter. Rescue dogs are often the most loving, loyal pets. However, adopting a rescue dog will require some adjustments. It will require some boundaries and rules to adjust to its new home. But, if you give your pup the time and attention he or she deserves, you'll have the devoted companion of a lifetime. Humane Society. The Humane Society of New York, HSNY, is a non-profit organization that has been caring for animals in need for more than 100 years. The Adoption Center and Hospital assist approximately 38,000 animals each year. Unfortunately, the Adoption Center is only open by appointment and is closed to the public. However, a non-profit group called Muddy Paws Rescue in New York City provides a great alternative for those interested in adopting a dog. Animals in shelters often need a second chance to find a forever home. Many have been abandoned, discarded, or given up. Adopting a dog from a shelter can help break the cycle of pet overpopulation, as 8 to 12 million animals are euthanized every year. And by adopting a dog from a shelter, you'll be helping to end the cruelty of animal breeding and mass-producing facilities. Particular breed. If you're looking for a specific breed of dog, there are a few ways to find one. For example, you can talk to a local veterinarian to see if she knows of a rescue in your area. She will also likely have flyers posted about the latest arrivals. In addition, veterinarians deal with many different kinds of pet parents, so she's likely to know someone who no longer has time to care for their pet. Likewise, you can approach the staff at a local pet store to see if they can recommend a particular breed. Many animal shelters have breed-specific groups that you can contact to find a dog of your desired breed. They will screen adopters to make sure they're a good fit for the breed and their home environment. You'll also need to make sure you have the time to groom the dog and if you have other animals or kids. These breed-specific groups are great for families who are looking for a particular temperament or personality. Shelter dogs. Many shelters include spaying or neutering and the first set of vaccinations in the adoption fee. These fees are used to support the shelter's operations. Shelters provide medical histories on the dogs they adopt, and it's important to have the dog examined by a veterinarian. You should also consider buying a dog bed and an at-home kennel. You should also purchase toys for your new dog. Adopting a shelter dog is a great way to save money if you can't afford to purchase these items. Most shelters know that a dog's behavior and personality may change once he or she gets used to its new home. Therefore, most will welcome the opportunity to have a trial period with the dog before making a final decision. However, never leave a child alone with a shelter dog. Children don't always understand what the dog needs, so they might inadvertently hurt the animal. Besides, it is also illegal for a shelter dog to attack a child, so keep an eye out for that. Rescue organizations. If you've decided to adopt a rescue dog, it's time to start the adoption process. While adopting a dog is a great choice for many reasons, it's also a major commitment. Aside from your time, a rescue dog will likely have unwanted habits and needs training. Here's what you need to know. Whether it's a puppy or an adult dog, a rescue dog is bound to need some time and love before it becomes a part of your family. Don't forget to check the adoption requirements. Some rescues only accept certain breeds or have special guidelines for adopting them. So, if you're looking for a purebred dog, make sure to find a breed-specific rescue. Some breed-specific rescues have stricter requirements, while others are strictly for people who love dogs of a certain breed. While some breed-specific rescues are the best option for people who are looking for a particular breed, some of these organizations are only interested in making money and not caring about the welfare of the dogs they take in. They may also adopt out dogs that are sick or have other behavioral issues. Dog park. When you adopt a rescue dog, you should ask yourself if your pup is ready to go to a dog park. Many rescue dogs exhibit certain behaviors after they're adopted, including resource guarding, separation anxiety, and reactivity toward people and other pets. It is important to intervene early if any of these problems are present. The first step is to read the rescue dog's adoption contract. If your rescue dog is a rescue dog, you can't take him or her to a dog park on his first day. The dog park is a chaotic environment. Knowing how to control your dog so he won't get lost or attacked by a large dog is crucial. Also, it's best to take your pup on a dog park trip when he is older, since younger dogs are not ready to play with big dogs. Moreover, it's a good idea to bring them to dog parks in off-peak hours, so they can adjust to the environment. Local shelters. If you've always wanted to adopt a rescue dog but haven't had much luck, it's time to consider the process. While local animal shelters and rescue groups may offer many wonderful dogs, not every pet is a good fit for your family. Make sure you take into consideration the temperament, health, and behavior of each rescue dog before you make your final decision. Even if the dog doesn't seem suited to your family, it may still make a great companion. While most local animal shelters have adoption fees, there are several factors to consider when choosing the right dog. Before committing to adopt a rescue dog, check to see whether the shelter will conduct a home visit to determine if the home environment is suitable for the animal. Larger dogs and senior pets may need a home that is free from stairs, so make sure you're prepared for this possibility. You may also need to provide references and income verification from your landlord. Health and behavioral problems. There are specific health and behavioral problems that a rescue dog may face, although they are not as common as those of dogs that have been rescued from abusive homes. For example, old dogs may be ornery, have a loss of sight or hearing, or have undergone several foster homes. Rescue dogs of all breeds may also have certain problems that are unique to that breed. It is important to seek medical attention for any health issues that you notice, especially if they seem serious or persistent. Aside from medical issues, the behavioral problems of a rescue dog can lead to other serious problems. For example, the dog may have been exposed to aggressive behavior from its previous owner, which may have reinforced its genetic design to fight. Rescue dogs also exhibit possessive behavior, and they dislike meeting new people. This could be because of a fear that they may be discarded, neglected, or even killed. A vet may recommend behavioral therapy for a dog that exhibits any of these symptoms.